Wow, how are you today? How are you today? Listen, I want to thank you for continuing to support me and coming in and listening to my advice. Today, we're going to have an exciting show. I'm going to talk to you about being a producer and why it's so important to be a producer. But first, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the subscribe button now and hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up because I need your support just like you need my support. Now, I just want to tell you, today we're talking about how to be a producer. Now, there's two types of producers in this industry, and why I tell everyone, especially if you're in the business, even if you're an actor, a makeup artist, that if you're going to do anything, be a producer. Because producers are the ones in charge. If you're a producer and you're an actress, you don't have to worry about going on auditions because you're the producer. You're going to raise the money. Not only are you going to raise the money, you're going to be in charge of everything. It's good to be a leader. And if you know what you're doing and you study, you have degrees, or even you don't, if you have the experience, lead it, right? There's two types of producers. One type is the visionary, and the visionary is the one who see the artistic side. They see the art. They see why we should do this film and why it should be done this way and that way. And then you got the business. The business person is the one where you're going to actually go out and you're going to get the money, you're going to get that budget, and you're going to raise the cash or whatever else is needed. You're going to get all the resources. Now, getting money for a film is not as hard as you think. My first film, I sold candy to raise the money for my first film. Right now, you're not going to budget yourselves hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. You are going to budget at a pace that you can actually go out and earn the money yourself. So what you're going to do is you get your budget, you go out, you get your fundraising tool, and you go out and you raise the money. Even if you raise it slow, if you raise a few hundred a week, or if you raise a few thousand a week, that's what you're going to do because you're a guerrilla filmmaker and you're going to get it done any way possible. And today we can shoot film with cameras, we can shoot them with little recording devices, we can shoot them on laptops. So shooting a film today is not like it was back in the day when you had to spend a lot of money. Now, like I said, as a visionary, you're going to think of the artistic side, how you want this film done. As the businessman, you're going to negotiate and get everything that's done. Now, you want to as a producer, you want to join the PGA if possible, the Producers Guild of America, and you want to go to sites like independent filmmakers, learn about that. But being a producer is where it's at. Because once you're a producer, you can decide what film is going to be made. You can bring into the world. You become the baby maker. You can create, right? Being a producer, you don't have to be on the in front of the camera all the time. You can be behind the camera. And it's so good to be a king maker rather than a king, because sometimes the kings are only temporary things. So you want to go ahead, find out more about being a producer. I'm going to talk a little more about it, what it is we do, what it is I do, how you're going to get the contracts. You got to get together contracts and letters of deal memos and letters of understanding and how to sit and negotiate, how to pitch. These are all parts of being a producer, because if you're going to be in this industry, you don't want to have to starve because you can't do one thing. You got to be a jack of all trades and a master of one, right? When you be a master, but the others you got to know enough so that you can do it to sustain yourself. Because we're talking about making money in the film industry, making a living within the industry, making a living doing productions, producing, writing, directing. There's enough here so that you don't have to starve. I was looking at Quentin Tarantino today, and he was talking about the love of this business. You have to love this business so much that this is the only thing that you really, really want to do in life. You would rather marry this film than your spouse. That's how tough you have to be, how deep it have to be. You would rather do this than eat, That's how tough you have to have it. So being a producer means one thing. I'm going to give you some magic words, and listen to this carefully. This is how you become a producer. You go, you look in the mirror, you say, I am a producer. That's it. No one has to give you permission to be a producer. I am a producer. And then you go out and produce, right? And you know the steps. I told you the steps. You get your script, great script. Get your great script. You have it written, or you write it yourself. Then after you get your great script, you do your breakdown. After you do your breakdown, you get your casting director, you cast all that. But I'm going to tell you more on this. So right now, start thinking about being a producer, because a producer is where it's at. Listen, that's all the time we got for today. I'm going to continue. We're going to talk about the writing, the script, and the whole process. Just want to thank you so much for coming back and continue to support me. Thanks a lot, and I will support you, and I will see you at the top.